Alright, come on. We're gonna bench together. Let's get it. So we're gonna be benching two different ways. I'll show you powerlifting versus bodybuilding. So powerlifting, you're gonna stick in the rep range of 1 to 5. So that way on your way up, you don't waste too much energy. Bodybuilding, you're gonna be doing a lot more volume. You're gonna be sticking in the 8 to 12 rep range. So I had to cut the audio on this part. My dad was making a lot of noise, but pretty much here I'm just warming up. I'm warming up with 135. I usually just do the bar and then I go straight into one plate. Lately I have been putting just a quarter to start out, and it's been low-key just a little bit of a change, but you get a little more tired, so I tend to just go straight into a plate here. So I'm just gonna do like 8. So I had to cut the audio here as well, as my dad was still making a lot of noise. But here I just go about like how the setup for powerlifting is a little more different than bodybuilding. You really want more of an arch, like a bigger arch on your powerlifting. You want a lot more leg drive. Um, if for competitions, glutes must stay on the bench, but I from time to time will cheat if I really want to get like a PR. I've cheated before where your glutes do come off, but you really just want to have like as much leg drive as possible. Like I usually do like my tippy toes, right? But and also talk about how you want to go about going up to your top set. So if you're trying to go for a heavy single, then try not to tire yourself out on the way up. 1 to 3 reps each weight up, maybe 2 sets of each. So I like to do a mix of both, right? So I normally start off, I've always done more powerlifting. So I'll go up slowly up to my top set. Then I'll drop back down and do the bodybuilding. So you'll see me do like 3 reps here and then a couple reps with 185, and then I'm gonna go for a heavy one. See how that works. I have no spotter, so but then we'll go back and do more volume for the bodybuilding. So normally here from one plate I'll go to 135, I'll go to 165. I'll do this for a couple reps. Obviously you should be doing this with a spotter, and you'll see why. It's the perfect reason why you should be doing this with a spotter. And I mean, today was just a day that I had no one to work out with, so. Okay, so just did 165 for 3. Gonna hit 185 for 1, maybe 2. Don't want to burn myself out because I do want to go a little higher depending on how I feel. So sometimes you might be able to do heavier weight. Sometimes you might not be able to do as much weight. It just depends on whether maybe you slept enough, you ate enough the night before, especially if you're going out in the morning. I am on no food, just pre-workout, but pre-workout helps. So let's see how it goes. So here's a perfect example of what you want to do on the way up, right? As soon as I'm getting close to my top set, I'm only gonna do 1. So that's all you need. Of course, on the next one, I proceed to do more than 1 after I just said you should just do 1. I totally forgot that I did more than 1 on this set, but I mostly did it more just to make sure, make sure that I can go up. So I did 2. All right, so 200 went well. Gonna hit 210 now, and I think this is the most I've done without a spotter. This will be the most I've done without a spotter. If I don't have a spotter, I'm gonna scream out for my dad to come and get me because he's right outside and he's gonna rush in here and hopefully save my life if this doesn't go well. All right, so let's do this. So I proceeded to load the bar with 210, and hindsight's 2020. After I did this one, I should have known that I couldn't go any higher, and if I did, that it would be a struggle, or maybe I shouldn't go up too much more. I in my head thought it was smooth up, but it really wasn't. So from 210, I went up to 225, thinking, hey, I'm gonna get this by myself, and yeah, just this is why you need a spotter. Definitely gonna see the next clip and why you need a spotter. It went up, it went up, it went up, and I couldn't get past that little part right there. Dad! 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 Dad, ven y ayúdame. And yeah, so I couldn't get it up anymore at that point. If I did, probably would have hurt myself. If my dad wasn't there, which I have done this before, I don't use clips whenever I bench, so I would have just like tilted both ends of the bar to drop the weight off. But I knew he was there. He did take a sweet time though, but at least he was there to help me out. So damn. All right. So I failed 225. Embarrassingly, I had a misgroove. I don't know if you noticed, but I was going up, and I kind of went forward, and I tried to save it, but at that point, it was too much. I think if I would have kept trying to probably save it, probably would hurt my shoulder. Decided to just drop it. I was gonna just freaking like throw the weights off left and right. My dad was right there, so like I said, he was gonna come help me. Took a sweet time, but yeah. So now we'll drop the weight, right? We'll drop the weight, and now we'll do more reps. So now we'll start doing the 5 to 10 to 12 rep ranges. With 185, I could probably get 4 or 5. Really squeezing the chest. So that this is where the bodybuilding type training comes in after your powerlifting, because the single is gonna take up the most of your energy, and that's where you'll like expend the most energy. And yeah, so here we go. So here I just proceeded to do a couple sets. I did one set with 185, and then I did a set with 165, and then I did a set with 135. And you really want to do more reps than what I did, but yeah, at that I think because I failed that single, it really messed up my volume. But this is what you really want to just do. If you have a spotter, then make them force you to do more reps as well. So that's the end of our bench session. Hopefully you didn't die like me. And always do this with a spotter, by the way. Don't do what I did. But I mean, if you're trying to live life on the edge, then I mean, go for it, right? You only live once. So I don't really have a lot of stuff to work with here at my house, like for accessory work. I have a couple dumbbells that you can incline dumbbell press. But normally after this, you don't want to do any more like compact movements, right? So you don't want to go from here after you did a single, a heavy single, followed by volume. You don't want to go from this to incline bench and try to do heavy weight on that too, because you're already burned out completely. You already ripped the muscle apart. So now it's just time to work it a little more, right? At the gym, from here, I would go to incline dumbbell press for like 3 or 4 sets of 12 to 15, more volume, not too much weight, so you can focus on the contraction of the upper chest, right? Build that top shape. Shoulder press, you can add that in, unless you're trying to solely focus on chest. Then after the dumbbell press, you'll go to the cable. So you'll go from, I'd say top to down, because you already hit like the whole top, the middle. Now you want to hit the bottom. So you're going to go from top to bottom and really focus on the squeeze. You're going to do 4 sets of 12 to 15 as well. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all you need. I mean, those 3 exercises will really burn you out as long as you're really focusing on squeezing. Really just like trying to get into the muscle and not try to throw around a lot of weight after you already threw a heavy single down, because this is a mix, right? You don't want to do just strictly powerlifting, or if you're doing just strictly powerlifting, then yeah, throw as much weight around as you can, but we're trying to mix both. So the powerlifting in the beginning, bodybuilding the rest of the workout, and you'll really see some changes. So hopefully in the future, I'll try to do a video at the gym doing the same thing. Maybe for legs. For legs, it's a lot more stuff you can do. But yeah, so I'll put a workout at the end of the video or in the description, and let me know how you guys do. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know how YouTubers be saying it. And yeah, see you in the next video.